What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hot Seat, your Thursday night addiction. We're so glad you're here. We got a great show for you tonight. some rattling and rolling going on. Excited for you guys all to be here. Once again, this show is sponsored by Uncle Steve Shake. You put that shake on everything. We love our Uncle Steve. Everybody give some love to Uncle Steve in the chat. His daughter had a little trouble this week. Busted up both of her legs. So, poor thing. Putting our love out to the little baby girl. We got a lot of people jumping in the chat. Make sure you guys are taking time to share this on your social media. Let's get some more butts in the seats. Kent, why don't you say hi to the people, brother?
Hi.
Perfect.
Hey, welcome, everybody. Should be a good show here tonight with TD. What else was I going to say? I just drew a blank. That's what I get for not drinking pre-show.
You know.
Hold on, let's make up for that. I'm going to give one away for free.
Oh,
$24.95, but this one's for free.
Don't give away the
Whoa
for free. What the hell?
Is that a premature
I got to make up
celebration?
for lost time here.
That's true.
All right. So, anyway, you got the super shot price. We got a great guest tonight. CJ, can I have, you know what? I'll interrupt you later. I'm waiting for a certain somebody to come in the chat that I want to personally thank tonight.
All right.
So,
all right. Let me shout out some people in the chat. What was the super shot price again?
$24.95.
Oh, you raised the price on the people. I like it. You make them work for it. All right. So we have. Let me shout out some people in the chat. We'll introduce our wonderful guests tonight. We got Zach from Mad Moose BBQ telling you to take a drink. TD, Jim from Jim EQ, then Canadian Jim, Josh and Bethany there. Keith Bettag is always keeping score. Eastwood Farms, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff, Carmen Lopez, Stephen and Jacqueline, Long's Quest, Morning Wood Barbecue. Love it. Love Woody. Let's see here. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue GT Grumpus is on fire. Let's see. Daddy Dutch Barbecues in. Oh, wait. He's right up there. Never mind.
I'm always here. What are you talking about, you?
Julie Gilpin, MR8 Tiger LT. The Dogfather's Barbecue. Kathy Deaver's in the chat. Love me some TDs. We all love our titties. I mean, TDs. Let's see here. Dogfather, I hope you're feeling better, dude. I know you're on the mend. Cheers, brother. LeprakonTV's in the chat. What's up, brother? Guys, the super shot price is $24.95 or as close as you can get to it tonight. But before we start taking any shots, let's say hi to our guest, TD. TD's Brew and Barbecue. What's up, my brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, man, dude? It's gonna be a fun night.
Definitely. So excited to have you on, man. And I want to. Just so our moderators know, he has a YouTube channel. The link is down below. Also, the website for his products are down below. So excuse me, guys, if you don't mind, throw that in there. And then you said there's going to be a coupon code for all our watchers tonight.
Yep. Yeah, and if you tuned in on here, it's CJ 2020. It'll save you. I think it was 15%. I can't remember. It's either 15 or 20. I think it's 15.
All right, we're gonna say 15. So
yeah,
15% on TD's products tonight. CJ 2020. You guys throw that in the chat for me. I appreciate it. Maria, I see you in there. How you doing? Let's see here. And you're also going to give away a sauce bundle tonight. So we'll do a giveaway later on. We're going to actually do two. We'll do some for our sponsor, Uncle Steve Shake, and then we'll do some for TD. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready, TD, for these heavy, hard-hitting oh, Jesus. He's already interrupting me. Go for it.
Miss Booger isn't here. So,
okay.
If you guys have any questions for TD, put them at Daddy Dutch Barbecue, so it's highlighted in the chat, and hopefully I don't miss any this week.
There you go.
Okay, you may continue. I will allow it.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, Beer Chat Barbecue's in there. Camp House Barbecue's in the chat. Pickles is in the chat. What's up, Pickles? All right, thank you, moderators, for putting everything in the chat for me. I appreciate it. Keith says there's 36 people watching. That is not nearly enough, guys. Make sure you're sharing this and getting people to watch. All right. Or just keep repeating your question. Nice, Jimmy. All right. Cool.
Yeah, just loop it.
Yep. All right, brother. You ready for these hard-hitting questions, man?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm ready.
Let's bring it. All right. So, where do you live? Where do you reside? Where are you from? All that good stuff.
My name's Terrell. I live in southeast New Mexico. It's a pretty rural area down here, oil field area. I was born right across the Texas state line. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, born right across the state line in Texas, and then moved to Arizona after high school. Lived there for a long time, and moved back here to New Mexico for my family and wife, 3 kids, 3 daughters actually.
Wow.
And then run an oil field business with my dad, and then started up the TD's Brew BBQ. So out here in southeast New Mexico, man, I'm in like a 10,000 people town, so it's a pretty small area down here.
That's awesome. Small town loving right there. That's cool. So one of my next questions is family life, wife, spouse, kid, all that stuff. So you answered that one. 3 daughters, huh? That's cool, man.
Yeah, man. 15, or actually, dude, I just took my oldest one. I said 15. She's 16. I actually took her today to actually get her driver's license, man. So,
is that killer or what, dude?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. I'm like super nervous. And then plus on my way home, like right after we got in the driveway, dude, this car wreck happened right in front of my house.
Oh, I know, man.
It was so bad, man. Rolling, flipping. It was nuts.
Oh, that makes you pucker up a little bit thinking about your little girl out there, huh?
Right. She even asked, she's like, can I go over to my boyfriend's house? I'm like, is he coming to get you or are you driving? I'm like, I'm going to come get you today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny when my son got his license, he's in college now, but he got that first license, man. Little heart pumping, knowing that they're going to be out there getting in trouble. So, very cool, man. All right. So, are you doing TD's Brew and Barbecue full time, or do you have another gig that you do?
No, man, I still have a real job, but I'm fortunate enough to have a pops like I do.
Right
and
on.
Yeah, I mean, we both own the companies that we have here, and pretty much most of the time, if anything happens, I'm only about like an hour and a half away.
Okay.
So I can come back and help out, or whatever. But yeah, for the past couple months, man, it's literally been mostly barbecue, but most of the work that I can do with one of our other companies is primarily on the phone, unless something happens with the truck breakdown or something like that. But other than that, man, I can pretty much ditch on my phone. So yeah, while I'm on the go, trying to do stuff, and even whenever like my mom was working in the office, she does all of our books. So like she's in the office. So like in the morning, like I'll get to work at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I try to get as much done before she gets there. And then she comes in, takes over the computer until like about lunch, and then I'd get over after that, so kind of stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's not exactly full time because I'm not getting paid,
right?
But I will be one day.
Yeah,
just build a company up, man.
That's awesome that you work with family, though. I mean, your dad, mom, the whole bit. Dude, that's so cool. And the thing is, I follow you on Instagram and all that stuff, and I see you're getting your stuff out to all these stores around there. That's got to be pretty fulfilling right there, man. Make you feel pretty good, huh?
Man, that does make you feel good. Of course. I mean, who wouldn't feel good with that? Just my, only being a commercial product for 15 months. March 2019, man, March 15th, I sold my first bottle in Texarkana, Texas, when I was driving back from my co-packer, and I just saw some dude at Chick-fil-A, I think it was, and I was like, hey, do you want to buy some barbecue sauce? I'm like, this is the freshest stuff you're going to find. It was bottled yesterday. It's brand new. You'll be number one. And I sold it to him, man, and he thought that was pretty cool. But, I mean, I didn't know the dude's name, nothing, dude. He just, hey, heck yeah, man, I'll try it out. Bought a bottle right there. And then now to be in almost 50 stores in the state of New Mexico, a pretty good gig. I hit up all my small town guys. Hey guys, I'm a local guy. Here's a product, man. Try me out, and they put it in the stores. And if it wasn't for those guys, the Albertsons guys would have never looked at me.
Right.
Those guys cranked the product out, man. And, even when I was in my first store, it was great. the thing that I like the most is I mean, it's not really that big, but I like the people that show me that they're using the product or tell me what they used it on. You know, because when my original Carne Sutra came out, it's steak seasoning. Well, after about a month or two, everyone's like, I'm using it on vegetables and I'm doing this and I'm doing that with it. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? I had this for years. I didn't even think about putting on anything other than steak. You know, and now that's my best selling product.
That's awesome. I wanted to share some picture if I can get it the lighting right. Here's what I used mine on today.
Nice.
We did some chicken quarters. Video
the cherry and the sweet barbecue love, right?
Yep. Dude, I used that sweet barbecue love a couple times, and I'm freaking digging that, man. That's some good stuff.
Yeah. That brown sugar and smoked paprika-based seasoning.
Oh, man, it's freaking excellent, man. Real quick, my wife is in the chat, so everybody say hi to Mrs. CJ.
Hi, baby doll.
She's
what up, Mrs. CJ?
She's in the Grand Canyon right now. Well, hopefully not in it. You know, stay away from the ditches, honey. All right, see her. Uncle Steve Shake is in the chat, so let's take a moment while he's still there. Kent, get on your soapbox real quick and say hi.
All right. Uncle Steve, welcome tonight. Personally, a lot of you don't know, but I want to thank Uncle Steve. I have a coworker. We're having a cancer benefit for her. Uncle Steve sent me his seasoning, specially to cook 32 racks of baby backs that we will be selling half racks. All the money goes to my coworker Becky. And he also sent 65 bottles of his shakes that sold out in less than a half hour yesterday. And all that money also goes to Becky and her family. So, Uncle Steve, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. You're a very generous man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Before we get back to the questions, let's say hi to a couple more people in there. Besides my wife, who's in there. Bill Warner's in there. Man Kitchen Recipes. Aaron Horst. Jim from Suburban Barbecue. What's up, buddy? Behind the Garage. And Billy from Strong's Adventures. I think that catches everybody up that's in the chat. Once again, if you have questions, please put them at Daddy Dutch Barbecue. There's Frag Daddy. What's up, Jared? How you doing? All right. So let's get back to the questions. So, you know, when you're naming your company, obviously the TV makes sense. The barbecue makes sense. Where does the brew come in?
You know, man, that's the one thing that's probably the question I get asked the absolute most. Everybody says, man, the barbecue's good. Where's the brew? And to be honest, man, I really set it up as, you know, I'm TD. And so it's kind of I guess, like a allegory meaning here, like, you know, the TDs, brew and barbecue, show off your TDs, put my TDs in your face. But it was more just, you know, or get your hands on these TDs. You know, it was more just, that's really everything that you want, man. You want barbecue, you want brew. And to be honest, man, a brewery and barbecue joint would be, you know, fantastic. And so I kind of left the option open because originally I wanted to start a food truck, but there's no way you can sell beer in a food truck, you know?
That makes sense.
So my thing was I was going to do a food truck with different brews of iced tea. So that was going to be the brew part until I could get it. And man, I got pretty close to getting ready to pull the trigger on a food truck. And man, the sauces and the seasonings, the product started taking off. And it was like, man, I can't do that. I got to concentrate on this. And that's where I've been.
Right on. Hey, that's cool. Maybe just say you're brewing up good barbecue sauce. That's all you
right. Well, and if you see on the website, I always have a brew date. So if one of the first things you see on the website underneath the logo and the slogan is the date of the batch that I'm currently shipping out is that date. So I think right now it's like the 7th of May, but I think I'm almost out of that brew. So it'll be like I think it was like 3 weeks ago. So
very cool, man. All right, so a couple more people jumped in the chat. Johnny Mags Barbecue's in there. Greg is watching on Facebook. We're live on Facebook also. So Greg, the barbecue broker's in there. Him and Johnny Mags have a podcast. You'd be actually a great fit to get on that one too. It's called Pit Life Barbecue. Number 40th in the world of some podcasts. So they're doing good things over there too.
Nice. I think I actually subscribed to those guys already.
Yeah, you should be, man. They do some good stuff over there. We got Dan from SmokeyGoodness. How you doing, brother Dan? Madwood Barbecue. What's up, brother? Miss Boogs is in the chat. Let's see here. I think that catches everybody up. Thank you guys all for being here. Much appreciated. Let's kind of talk about YouTube a little bit. Did you start the YouTube for the company, for your products, or you just like barbecuing some shit and want to film it?
So originally, dude, like about 4 years ago, man, I was doing off-road racing and UTVs. So I would post all my videos there, so it was easier to get people, my friends and family, to watch them than send them a full 45-minute video. You know? So I kind of started doing that, but realistically, man, I threw those all went private. There was nothing bad, but those all just went private, and I just started posting a couple that were recipes that I wanted to actually have the link on my website for it. And that is really the only reason why I put the YouTube channel private for my racing stuff. And now just for the barbecue. And that's like right now I'm building an outdoor kitchen at my house. I call it the Sanctuary of Satisfaction.
Nice.
I'm like, right, it's the TD's Brew BBQ Sanctuary of Satisfaction. So of course we're gonna have to have a pole like over in the corner, but we'll work on that one day.
Yeah, work on that
right
one.
now I'm building it, so like, yeah, that's what the metal you're hearing banging around. I'm not quite ready. I got like these are like the plugins for like my sign, and I got a big skull, water buffalo skull that's like hand carved. I'm gonna hang up there too. So this is where I'll shoot my videos and stuff. So hopefully I'll be to the point where I will still be spending about the same amount of time with the company, but I'll have the time to promote this kind of stuff because the business part will actually already be up and running. I've been in the transition of co-packers and stuff. So it's been a rough like 6-8 months, plus with the amount of stores and stuff that we're picking up. It's been pretty intense.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, once you finish up that barbecue layer of satisfaction, me and Kent will fly out there. We'll do it live. We'll do a live hot seat with the stripper pole.
Dude,
get the big guy on the stripper pole over there.
I'm down, dude. I'm down because I'm going to have a TV. It's just going to be my thing out here, dude. This is going to be my place. So I just have my doors installed today. Well, they're my doors, but they're my windows. They're like roll-up doors that I have to open and close the windows. So it's kind of industrial looking.
That's very cool, man. I wish
if CJ's going to get me on that stripper pole, it can't be brass. It's got to be 300-pound rated. I'm telling you.
Right? Yeah. No, don't worry, dude. We're also general. That's our other business. We're a general contractor too, so I can get you 8-inch pipe, whatever kind of pipe you need to support.
Whoa! Hey, Family channel. Don't be talking about your 8-inch pipe. Come on now, settle down there, shooter.
All right, so I see Mad Moose Barbecues in there. Zach's been on our show. Great dude for sure. He said he better get an invite out there too. So we'll just do
he's my boy, man.
We'll do a big hot seat party at the Satisfaction
at the Sanctuary of Satisfaction.
Sanctuary of Satisfaction. Yes, I can't get over that, man. That's freaking awesome. Let's see here. Dutch is. What happened, Dutch? Why are you timing out one of our lovely guests or that member? All right.
Government boy needs the stewardess needed the hammer laid on him.
All right. Let's see here. Greg is on Facebook. He says he wants to see Dutch on a stripper pole. I think everybody wants to see Dutch on a stripper pole.
Oh, right.
All right. GT put the first super shot in there. Let's get our beaks wet a little bit. I think Kent set the price too high. There you go.
I was kind of hoping it was going to be like 5.
Yeah, some of us have a real job in the morning. Screw that.
Thanks.
I wanted to do $5 a couple weeks ago, and CJ wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I know. You wanted to go like $5 a shot or some shit. We would have been dead. Wumble.
I dropped my shot glass.
Just take it to the head, man.
It didn't. Yeah, that's what I did. I just pulled it straight to the dome.
There you go, as you should. All right. See, Delana and Wally are in there. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Jeff and John. Carry on, Jeff and John. John, I appreciate you being here, brother. Guys, if you have any more questions, put them at Daddy Dutch. I see Miss Brooks in the chat. She's probably already said that to you guys. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up.
Times.
What happened?
17 times.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And we're going to turn it over to Kent and let him ask your questions from the chat. So, Kent, get to work. Please.
Damn.
Please.
All right. Since you said please so nicely. All right. First question for you, TD, comes from this guy by the channel name of Mad Moose BBQ.
Of course it does.
He wants to know, is it true you only drink Truly lemonades?
Only when I'm hanging out with Mad Moose.
I figured there had to be something behind the scenes there,
I
buddy.
never even had a Truly lemonade. You could have asked me what flavors Truly had, and I wouldn't have known. Like cherry, I wouldn't have known. That's for people who don't want to drink beer.
All right. Well, I was going to ask Jimmy from Cuffin Stuff's question, but CJ stepped all over that one, so I can't ask you what got you into YouTube. But I still had to put Jimmy's name out there.
Right on.
All right. Question from Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. He wants to know, what city are you in New Mexico? Because he is your neighbor to the east in El Paso.
I'm in Lovington. Lovington, man. We have like nothing here. It's like I said, it's an oil-filled area here. So when your gas is over $4 a gallon, don't complain to me because that's good. Like that's good for us down here, man. Yeah, we're high rolling, dude. Fucking $5 a gallon gas. But no, I'm in Lovington. We're southeast county seat of Lee County. We're probably about five hours, I think, from El Paso. And once we cross state lines, that's probably definitely going to be one of the states that one of the cities that we pick up down there in El Paso, Las Cruces area.
All right. He put home of Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm a huge Bears fan, so yeah, that's huge for me.
Yeah, great interview. Too bad you got to go. You know what?
Freeze? Oh.
No, I'm a Bears fan too because it guarantees me.
That is garbage. I'm glad that I told you I could get you an 8-inch pipe to strip on. I meant 12, dude. I can hold 1,800.
Come on now. Oh, that's awesome. Have you ever been to Mad Jack's Barbecue?
Have you ever been to Mad Jack's Barbecue?
In Afros. Son of a bitch.
In where?
Mad Jack's Barbecue.
I've never heard of it. Is it down in El Paso?
Well, no, that's from, I don't know where it's at. Lewis is up in Seattle area, up in Washington. He's the one who asked, so.
No, it sounds like a place I would definitely go to, though. I would see that name and I'd be like, yep, I'm going there.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Right.
All right. Charlie from Pickles Barbecue wants to know, what is your favorite pepper from New Mexico?
There's only one pepper from New Mexico, and that's the Hatch chili. It's the most superior.
He tried to trip you up right there.
The most superior chili in the world, dude. And if you like mild peppers, yeah, they're great. Yeah, but it's all about the flavor with that Hatch chili, man. But that's what's different between the Hatch and the Anaheim. The Anaheim is actually a Hatch chili, but it's grown in California, so therefore the heat and stuff from the climate here isn't as well.
Oh, so what you're saying is the Anaheim is the liberal cousin of
Anaheim? I grew up in the city next to Anaheim called Garden Grove. So I know Anaheim.
Yeah, dude, that's like the Hatch chili here to us, man. And that's Dude, like one of my seasonings, man, it was like super important that like I got it certified by the state of New Mexico as a certified hatch green chili product.
Nice.
Is that the cilantro one, the chili cilantro?
The 3 chili cilantro, yeah, that's this guy right here.
I took a little, bit of it and put it in my mouth, and I inhaled as I tasted it. I was like, "Ooh, that's a good one."
Yeah, that's like the jalapeno powder in there, man. Jalapeno powder is like the most lethal in the powder form, man. Even like all the really super hots, man, they're pretty lethal, but jalapeno will really hit you hard.
Yeah. What's that, Dutch?
Habanero powder.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what we got with the habanero honey mango.
Sublime was hold on real quick. I need to correct Josh and Bed. Sublime was actually from Huntington Beach. They did a song about a trip to Garden Grove.
That's right.
What? Don't flip your pen at me. I had to correct the chat.
It's my time. You're on break. Shut up.
It's 40 ounces to freedom. Best.
That's right. You smoke 2 joints before you smoke 2 joints, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dutch. It was after your time. How about that?
No, it was not. But okay, speaking of the 3 chili cilantro and the hatch peppers, Frack Daddy Barbecue wanted to know if you had any rubs with the hatch chili in it, but you kind of covered that base. And CJ, you may be allowed to answer this question also since you've tried it. Jimmy Q wants to know how hot is the 3 chili cilantro seasoning. Son of a bitch.
Well, depending on which Scoville scale you go on is going to really change that one. But my Scoville scale is pretty high, so I call it like maybe a 2. It's pretty low. It's going to be pretty mild, but it does hit you. But it hits and it stays like pretty even throughout the whole time. So it doesn't really build up a heat. It's just right there.
Okay. Your opinion, Mr. Volkman?
Yeah, I don't.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Hear my opinion. They don't care. You don't care. This is what I deal with every week. Goddamn tease.
All right. Next one and last one for right now. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue asked if you were offered $500K for your seasoning and sauce business, would you sell it?
A year ago, yes. Right now, I don't think I could do it for that.
Triple it.
Somebody say talk. What's that?
Triple it and you might talk, right?
Yeah, we might be talking here pretty soon. Someone's like, I heard a thing that like how much Stubbs sold for. A couple of weeks ago, I was meeting with an advertising company. They were talking about how much Stubbs sold for, and I was like, "Damn!" And my wife is like, "You wouldn't sell it for $10 million." I'm like, "You're right." And then she's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I probably wouldn't let it get that high. I'll be gone before that." But that's not what it's about with me, man. It's not about that, dude. It's about I want to be that one that, I want it to be on every table. Like that's what I want, man. I just want it in the people's face, dude. That's it.
That's awesome, man. No problem.
If I can support myself and my family, somewhere close to what I'm already doing right now, barbecue, drink beer, and get tattooed, that's my life, dude.
Sounds like a plan.
It's all over. Yeah, like I really want my throat done. Like that would be the coolest thing. I just want real bright colors right here. But I couldn't hack it. I just know that like I couldn't start, dude. I'm like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Nah. Like I would love it, dude. I want it so. That's the one thing in life that I probably want more than anything else in the world. That I just know that I will never do it.
I couldn't do it, man.
I can imagine.
The worst pain for me was my elbow, right, and that just seemed to rock my world more than anything. So I couldn't imagine being. Oh yeah. And then, up in here, that was the fun part.
The backside gets
soft underbelly.
There's a reason, like my tattoo artist says, there's a reason this is called the ditch. Oh, He's like, it has its own name. It's the only part of your body that has a different name.
Fair enough. All right. How many more you want me to do, CJ? I got 2 or 3 more now.
Go ahead, man. This is my questions suck compared to yours. So.
Well, yeah, they're fucking boring. We know that.
Of course. Hey, sweet Lou Calamides in the chat. Say hi to Lou. Why do you get to put? I'm saying hi to guests or people in the chat.
Say his name right.
It's Lou Calamides.
It's call a me to us.
Hey, potato. Ask the question.
All right. Jared at Frack Daddy, who, if I remember right, is originally from New Mexico, currently resides in Texas. He wants to know, what did it take to get your hatch rub certified?
I might as well have just pulled out 5 of my teeth.
Really?
It was a pain in the ass, man. If I could do it all over again, I wouldn't have done it, dude. I mean, I would have saved a few bucks and just used Anaheims instead of hats, dude. Because the hats is an expensive powder, man. But yeah, I didn't really have to jump through a lot of hoops with that. Basically all I had to do was have the ingredients and everything sent to the certification board in New Mexico, and they could actually narrow it down to like pretty much the field and hatch. Like it's in field number 5 in hatch. Like that's where they can tell me exactly where my chilies come from, and which is pretty cool because there really is only like I think a half a dozen or more or a few more fields in hatch that make their giant ones, but they have different fields. But yeah, it wasn't hard, but man, it was kind of a pain in the butt. I mean, it was. I wouldn't have redone it because once you get that certification, you have to go through another certification with the state as well, and you have to be certified as a distributor. And the problem is that if you were in business before 2011, you can get it. If you weren't, you can't. So that's what I'm still working on that, is trying to get certified with the state. Not just the New Mexico chili certification, but the state itself.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
So
the other 49 states, they don't give a shit. They don't care. They only police here in New Mexico. So as long as I have it in every grocery store outside of New Mexico, I'm fine. And inside New Mexico, then they're gonna wanna do some audits on the recipes and all that crap. It's kind of stupid, but yeah. I'm like, sounds like someone has their hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah. So they're basically doing hatch pepper DNA and telling you where it came from.
Almost, yeah. Like you submit where you get it from, they submit where they get it from, and then they submit where they get it from, and so on. And that's kind of the hardest part is that once you get outside of your own company, really no one cares. Like you submit it to them and say, hey, I need you to submit this to them saying where you get it from. And then they contact them. And then to stay on each person to have them say, hey, did you send this sample or did you send this recipe or the invoice or whatever? And they're like, yes. And, or no, I haven't got around to it. And then waiting around for it. That was one thing that took the longest.
Wow. Yeah, 5 teeth might be easier. You might be right.
Yeah. Like I said, you're dealing with the government, don't be like warp speed, not to be confused with corp speed. Yeah. They don't care.
Yeah. All right, a couple more about your rubs and seasonings here. Gary from GT's Barbecue and Cuisine wants to know, this is like picking your favorite daughter. What's your favorite rub?
My favorite rub's the Carne Sutra. I mean, the consensus says that's the best one, so that's the one I got to go with. The Carne Sutra is an amped up salt, pepper, and garlic. So if you're one of those people like with your Texas barbecue and your SPGs, like you put it on your steaks or you put it on chicken, anything like that, it's really kind of my all-purpose seasoning. But I use crushed garlic and crushed black pepper, and so you're not getting like granulated garlic or like garlic powder in there. You're getting crushed garlic. So, I mean, yeah, it looks like there's little rocks in there with the size of the garlic. So then when you do grill it, it does, it cooks that garlic and you'll still get like that little bite in there of the garlic and the pepper. But it's got some butter in it as well. Kind of keep it buttery, kind of like your red and your green bell pepper. It's got some amped up stuff in there. It's like, that's kind of how I sell it, is like it's an amped up SPG. It still tastes like an SPG, but it tastes like top-notch, next-level SPG.
Very good. Johnny Maggs is asking, this is the host of Pit Life Barbecue, the podcast. He says, what is in his line of seasoning? So can you tell us a little background about him?
Man, well, here's the craziest part. The Carne Sutra, which is what I was saying, like my amped up SPG, that's actually part of the seasoning I use in all 4 of the barbecue sauces. So the original barbecue sauce, like the OG barbecue sauce, like that's the one I came up with. That's the one I used. And then one day mixing together all the ingredients to put in there and was like, hey, I wonder how that would be as a steak seasoning. It looks pretty good. Started kind of experimenting with it and had to cut some things down, like, oh, that's way too much of this, too much of that, not enough of this, and then kind of worked with it. And then I made the Carne Sutra, and then I started using that in all the barbecue sauces, and that was where basically where everything else spawned from. But as far as it goes, man, I like to be different. I like to step outside of the box. The just kind of off the wall, like I just want to be set apart. Like, I'm one of those people that, like, when I bought my race car, I bought a different car because it wasn't the same one everyone else had. Like, I was probably going to be the only 1 or 2 out there in this car. I paid extra money to be different because that's how I like it.
Awesome.
So that's kind of where I went with my seasonings. If I could come up with something different, man, that's all I want. I mean, right. Yeah, I don't want to have just your traditional honey barbecue, honey mustard. I come up with something different.
I know the feeling there.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. So.
Well, that's probably why you're a Packer fan, right?
No. Don't make me shut down the show already there, TD.
See, that's how
I don't know. As far as we said, like, let me tell you, dude, I will tell you that is the organization that I am probably the most envious of, because that organization is owned by the fans. And exactly. I think every NFL team should be owned by the fans. That is the classic thing. That is the greatest thing ever, dude. You just appoint who you want to run it, and that's it. I think that's the greatest thing.
If you look at it this way, if the Cowboys were owned by the community the way the Packers are, Dak Prescott probably would have got paid this year instead of playing under a franchise tag. Yeah. And Joe,
God sucks.
That's for Joe and James if he tunes in later.
Dude, come on. Yeah, dude, if he was owned by the fans, that dude would have gotten $500 million the second they drafted him.
Yeah, like Trubinsky, huh?
Right. If the
dude, I had high hopes for Trubinsky. He looks like a good quarterback. He just can't hit the blind side of a barn.
You know what?
One of my buddies actually sent me a thing about Trubisky the other day, and he said that, like, Trubisky has 0 pick sixes in his career.
There you go.
And he's like, imagine being so inaccurate that even the defense can't pick off your pass. And I'm like, that is freaking true.
We have a friend from Illinois that on a chat, he told me, and he's a huge Bears fan, he said Trubinsky is going to lead us to the promised land. He said that 2.5 years ago.
Dude, I said Jay Cutler was our messiah when we first got Jay Cutler.
Yeah, after he screwed up in Denver, we can change him in Chicago.
Dude, he was supposed to be our Jesus, man. He was supposed to come and save everything.
Yeah, well, he was more like the devil, unless you're a Packers
fan.
Not
even, dude. Not even.
As a Packers fan, we love Jay Cutler.
Yeah, he was your Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't talk about this.
Our Jesus does have a beard, but he just broke up with his girlfriend Danica, so I don't know how that's going to work.
That's funny, good.
Yeah, your Jesus is moving away pretty soon. Oh, crap, dude. My bad, CJ.
All right.
Like, if I'm drinking, I don't talk about religion, politics, or money. This is football.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm just fucking.
Football. Amen.
I know you are.
Football is religion, baby.
Right, that's exactly. I don't judge you based on your religion or anything like that, dude. I judge you solely based on your sports teams.
Exactly.
Oh, so you're saying we're not going to get along, huh?
Are you a Braves fan?
A what?
A Braves fan? Atlanta
Fuck
Braves?
no. Cubbies.
Oh, that's even worse. My wife is a Cubs fan, dude.
Can we give
And my
it up?
mother-in-law is a
Give it up for
Packers
the
fan.
Angels fans in the chat. All the Angels fans out there.
2 people just unsubscribed because you mentioned the Angels, CJ.
Probably.
Oh,
All right. You want me to keep going, or what do you want?
Yeah, sure, man. You're doing good things. I'm just
Yeah.
working here.
Somebody around here has to.
It's true.
Frack Daddy, Jared wants to know, do you have any of your rubs and sauces in his old hometown of Farmington, New Mexico?
no, not yet, not yet. The corporate chain that I have with Albertsons, they haven't got they aren't that on that side. I guess that's still part of the distribution from the Arizona side. So I'm not sure why they don't have anything past Albuquerque and more north, but it's still, they don't have an Albertsons up there in that area from what I can find. But yeah, I mean, if there's a meat market or anything up there like that, small business that wants to stock it, yeah, hit me up. I'll put it anywhere.
Okay,
I will put my TDs anywhere.
Yeah, I bet you will, you dirty devil. What about Hobbs, New Mexico, down there in the southeast corner?
I actually have 6 stores in Hobbs, in southeast New Mexico. I'm only 20 miles north of Hobbs, and in my meat markets and stuff like that, they sell a lot. Those are mainly the guys that got me going in this. You know, the meat market there. You know, people in the oil field, they'd go out and feed people on a location, and they'd buy like 300-400 ribeyes, something like that, from the meat market. My stuff is sitting right there. It's on a company account, dude. These guys heard about it on the radio. They don't care. Boom. They grab 5-6 bottles and take them out to a location, and there's 100 guys out there, you know. And that was one of the things that helped out a lot, is that in those areas where I was just now starting to put product, people eventually walked by and said, "Oh, I had that last weekend on a burger or on a ribeye or something like that," and then they pick it up and take it home. And that's really how it really started spreading a lot down in this area, was because of those people like that. And then like my Albertsons, the first like 4 days that I had it in the corporate Albertsons, on like 9 o'clock on like Sunday night, the corporate buyer actually emailed me, which this was on Father's Day, so it wasn't that long ago. 9 o'clock Sunday night on a Father's Day, the guy emails me and says, "Here are your numbers for the past 4 days." And they had sold almost 200 bottles in 4 days.
Wow.
That's awesome, man.
And they only stock in the Albertsons in New Mexico. They only stock the sauces. My other mom and pop, my local retailers, they have everything.
Wow. That's pretty damn impressive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well, and you know, like I said, I mean, it's been just not even a year and a half yet, like 15 months. But the cool thing about it is that reason alone, that mainly those people would pick up stuff and 50 people would try it in one day. You know, that's 50 more people that would either see the label or taste the sauce or something like that I would never be able to get to them. And plus I also started I went into the radio station to see if the guy would give me a shout out on the radio. So I took him some barbecue sauce and I made some poppers and stuff. I'm like, "Here, check this out, man. You know, you try this. Give me a shout out on the radio." You know, yeah. I didn't know how the hell that worked. And the guy tries it and he says, "Dude, I actually just bought a bottle of this like last weekend in the grocery store." And I'm like, "No shit." And he's like, "Yeah." And he starts talking. He's like, "I didn't know you were local." I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'm looking for a sponsor on a segment of my show." And I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And he looks down at the paper and he points and it says BBQ. At 3:30 every afternoon, this guy does now TD's Brew and Barbecue Big Burning Question of the Day, which is the TD's Brew and Barbecue BBQ of the day. And I mean, I couldn't have walked in at a better time for someone looking for a sponsor for something that is literally in my name. And
right.
And I've had it for almost a year. It's been about 10 months. It'll be a year, like end of August or something like that. And yeah, man, that guy right there, like when I've done demos and stuff. People are like, well, if Russ Black says it's good, it's got to be good. And they just buy it. They didn't even care. I mean, this guy does a live read 5 days a week for a minute. And that was the best thing I could have ever done, was run right into that, where they're looking for a sponsor for that segment. And I just happened to get that lucky that day.
That's awesome,
that was pretty
man.
cool, man. And that's one of the reasons why in this area down here in Southeast New Mexico, is that's where that radio station goes, is here in Southeast New Mexico. And dude, even the morning guys, the guys in the morning show, they don't like free advertising, but they still give me a plug here and there because they use my product. You know, these guys are cooking on a weekend and they're posting a picture going, oh, these ribs are great, and they got atomic pineapple on. Yeah, so that's what's really helped out a lot. I mean, those oil field guys in this area, and if you tell anyone, almost anyone in this area, that if you can have an opportunity to support a small business for $1 more, they jump on it, because more than likely they are part of a small business in this area, and that's what helps out a lot.
Well, that's very cool, bro.
You know, it's what they say. Timing's everything, man. Your timing was spot on.
Dude, my timing is never on.
Well, it was that day.
I mean, if I didn't have bad luck, I would have zero luck. And I mean, yeah. So, like, yeah. But, I mean, that was just the one thing. And there's been a lot of things that I've done with my barbecue company over the course of the past year. And there's been times where I was like, shit, man. This is probably the first time I've ever done something, and I didn't do anything wrong. You know, like it just starts to kind of fall in place. And then every now and then you run into what I call the quicksand, you know, like where you start to struggle to get out, and the harder you fight and the harder you try to figure something out, the harder it is to keep moving. But man, every now and then, like I'll hit a streak, and it's like, wow, like I can't believe that actually happened. Like these kind of things don't happen to me. And so now, like there's certain things that happen, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You know, like I tried to get the corporate buyer to put the sauces in all of theirs in Southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and down into Dallas area. And this dude on a Zoom meeting, seriously, bit his knuckle like, He's like, you're really new. You're a one-man show. I'll give you all of New Mexico. How about that? And that's kind of what it was. And I was like, wow, I mean, these kind of things don't happen to me.
That's so cool, brother.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let me jump in right quick. We got a lot more people to shout out. We had a lot more people show up, but let's do a shout real quick for Billy.
Shit! I forgot about him.
He put a super shot in there. He said Rhonda wouldn't let him spend $24.95, so we got shot. Thanks, Billy.
He has a CFO like mine.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff, right?
So I gotta say, man, like I know what you guys drink all the time, dude. I had a customer give me a bottle of homemade mead.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
A few months ago, and he actually even gave me the horn to drink it out of.
Nice.
So I think I did a video I posted on there, man. I'm listening to like a Monomart, some real heavy metal, you know, and I'm drinking it, and it's really good mead. And I think that it's gotten stronger, like a lot stronger. And I didn't bring the horn, but I was like, man, I just gotta like at least say, dude, I'm drinking a mead. So
dude, that's pretty cool, though.
Homemade mead. It's prickly pear.
All right, so I wanted to shout out some people that came in the chat, and then we can go back to Dutch's question if you have some. Let's see, Big Mike from BZ Cooks is in there. Dad Incredible, Dano's Pit Patio, Big Cat 305, Cypress Blue. What's up, Laura? KC from What's New Barbecues in the chat. Bill, Chicken Fried Barbecue. What's up, Bill? And Dave from the Bomb Smokes, and Ray from Newcomb Barbecue. What's up, Ray? How you doing, brother? All right. Think that catches everybody up. Let's do a quick giveaway for TD's sauce bundle. Don't forget, guys, if you go to his website and use the code CJ2020, That get you 15% off a package. Oh, he had to put his Packer hat on. Look at this guy. All right. All right. So what are we looking at?
There you go, guys.
Oh, there you go. And I've tried the cherry chipotle and the regular barbecue sauce one, right?
Yeah, the OG.
OG, yeah. I tried that one. They were both awesome. See, Jesse James is in the chat. She said, "Is Jesse James barbecuing now?"
CJ, I actually have that wrote down.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I have gotten that so much.
And it's Jesse James, and if I remember the program right, I think it was called Outlaw Garage.
maybe.
No, it was Monster Garage.
Monster Garage. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, dude, I get
we
that.
got a
Believe it or not.
stunt double right here. I'm telling you.
Right.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, man, I get that a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like a lot, man. I do. And I like when I turn my hat around, like somebody says, like, "Oh, you look like Fred Durst," and I get mad. Don't call me that. Jesse James, I can live with, dude, but not Fred Durst.
I saw Mario's in there and Azrael's Pit BBQ. What's up, guys? All right, so the giveaway is I'm looking at top chat on my chat. So whoever I see first is going to be the winner. Don't come bitching to me because you thought you answered first or your screen shows something else. We're looking at my chat right now. All right, so our man TD is from New Mexico. What is the chili they're most famous for? Go in there. Anaheim chili. No, that's wrong. Hatch, Johnny Mags is the winner. All right, Mags, thank you.
Hey, and since that was your question, CJ, I'm gonna throw in a 3 chili cilantro.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because that's my hold on. There it is. You can see certified Hatch New Mexico product right there.
Dude, that's freaking awesome.
So yeah, since that was the question, man, I'll throw in a 3 chili on that.
Right on. All right. Well, he's the one who runs Pit Life Barbecue, the podcast we were just talking about. So hopefully we can make a love connection for you guys and maybe get you on there. All right. So Mags, I have your address somewhere, but if you don't mind throwing the messenger again so I can get it to TD so I don't have to search for it. We'll do one more giveaway at the end of the show for Uncle Steve's Shake of the Week. And but that's it for now. Kent, you got any couple more questions or do you want me to take over for a minute?
I got about 3 or 4, but let's run a couple of your boring ones so they just make mine from the chat that much better.
I know I need to calm down from all the excitement of his questions.
Nice. Oh God, I hate myself. Anyway,
Really neutral.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, so we were talking about selling the company or whatever. But is there an end goal for this that you're really trying to push for your company?
Oh man, like I said, dude, the money thing, dude, isn't the goal. Right. The goal is to barbecue, drink beer, get tattooed, and support my family while I do it, man. I mean, I got enough real estate left. I can spend a few years in a tattoo shop. But yeah, man. I mean, realistically, dude, it's just one of those things that like I enjoy seeing the people using my products. Whether their kid is dipping chicken nuggets in the southern mustard or something, or their competition barbecue and trying the product out. And of course, you don't get a lot of endorsement from those guys because if they win, they don't want to tell you what they're using. But unless it's their own shake, But man, that's really the goal, man. Is to just be able. Craft beer is really huge. And right now, craft hot sauce and craft barbecue sauces and stuff like that are gaining huge popularity because of that. And realistically, man, I would just like to be a better quality product on the shelf than, your major corn syrup and liquid smoke kind of things, because I don't use any liquid smoke. So like the cherry chipotle, the smokiness comes straight from the chipotles. So, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. Like if I can be like one of the larger companies and get it out there and be available in 50 states, then yeah, of course, that's the goal, man. And I mean, if any type of financial situation changes because of it, that's just a bonus.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just a bonus. But that's the point, man, is I would really like to be more of a small business kind of guy that does that. You know, these small businesses, those are the ones that are going to give you the shots. And even after I picked up my corporate account, I went around to all my businesses that were carrying it, and I dropped all their prices by like $2 a bottle, like in their barbecue sauce. Like now you can compete with those guys. I don't want you selling it at $10 a bottle anymore. I don't want you selling it at $8.50 or $12 a bottle, whatever you're selling it at. Now they're selling it for less than I was selling it to you for. Now here you can sell it for the same that they're selling it for. And that's really, I mean, because especially in my hometown, I mean, the grocery store here in my hometown that sells a lot. I mean, that right there was the one store that they were interested in the most. And the guy's basically like, he's like, man, I know it's your hometown, yada, yada, yada. But dude, those guys, man, I grew up with the guy that is running the store right now.
Right.
So months before it came out, I hit him up like, hey man, can I put my stuff in here? Like, what am I going to do? And he's like, yeah, dude, as long as you got UPCs and all this stuff and you do it right, I have no problem with it. And of course they put it in there, and he even lowered his profit margin enough to where he was buying it for me at a good price and selling it. But the people here is what really helped me out. And that's what was really good. And that's why I didn't want them to have to drive 30 miles to save $3 on a bottle of barbecue sauce. Right. Because they are the ones that did it for me. So as long as somebody's happy using my product, that's all that matters.
Man, that's cool, man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know, the question's always usually geared towards a YouTuber. Yeah, like what's your end goal for all this?
I know,
you know, since you have your company, I like to ask that. But you know, I actually, you know, I've tried a few of your products. I haven't tried them all. But what is there an inspiration besides the Hatch chili one, New Mexico, blah, it makes sense. But where are you getting your information for your products?
So, you know, like I mentioned before, man, I'm the owner.
Yeah.
I've developed the product. These are my recipes. I am my only employee. Now, of course, I had to pick up a distributor to help distribute to the stores because there was absolutely physically no possible way I could do it myself. You know, I designed the labels. I designed the logo. 100%. I have put everything I can into this stuff. And that's another thing too, is regardless of if it succeeds or not, dude, I'm having fun with this.
Right on.
And, you know, and I launched the company with 6 products. I had no idea how much of a pain in the ass that was going to be. I seriously didn't. I was like, hey, I can't do my original sauce. I have to do the original, the soy mustard, the atomic pineapple. I have to do all 3 of them because I've been making them for years. But it's just combining different. I love fusion food, man. So like that's the thing with like the atomic pineapple. That's more of an Asian fusion barbecue sauce. It's not an Asian barbecue sauce that you're putting on ribs. You know, it's a Asian type of barbecue sauce. It's completely different than anything that you're gonna find.
Right.
As far as texture and taste. I mean, I'm not saying it's the greatest thing ever because it bombs in every competition, but yet on my store shelves, it's the first thing gone, dude. It's gone awesome. All the time. It's my best selling sauce. But in the competitions, it doesn't do as well as the Southern mustard does. And so realistically, man, what I'm putting in it is just being different, dude. Just sticking out. I want to be that sore thumb, you know. So that's why I try to change everything as much as I can, and try to do different types of fusions. You know, like everyone has a habanero, a mango habanero. You know, the market's been so saturated. You know, but at the same time, I had to have a mango habanero or a habanero mango because I already had that sauce in place, which it was a sauce and I turned it into a dry. So just trying to do different stuff, man. That's all I've done, man. That's the inspiration behind it, is just being that sore thumb.
So without giving away too much, is there anything in the hopper coming out? Any new products you're working on?
Man, so like I said, I launched with 6 products, and then like with the Carne Sutra being that one product that I used in it, it was like, hey, what would happen if I put it in the bottle or in a can and sold that? And that's kind of where that went. Well, while I'm at it, here's 2 more, and that's so I had 6 products come out originally, and then less than a year later, like February of 2020. Like I said, it was March, so like 11 months later, I launched 3 new products. So that was the habanero honey mango, the 3 chili cilantro, and the cherry chipotle. And they're just different things, man. And so I told my wife, I was like, listen, I'm like, with trying to promote your company with 6 products and trying to keep 3 new products coming out while you're testing them with your co-packers and stuff is extremely difficult.
I'm sure.
Because you start using it on stuff and yet you can't promote it, but yet that's one thing that you didn't use the stuff that you're trying to promote on. So that was what was pretty hard. So I told my wife, I said, listen, I'm like, I'm taking at least another year to 2 years before I launch anything else. I'm like, I have some other sauces and seasoning. Dude, I probably forgot more recipes for barbecue sauces than I know. I mean, because I have come up with a ton. I had an apple chipotle. I had a pineapple. See, I already forgot it. There was another atomic pineapple, but it was different. I mean, I had a ton. One of the ones that the kind of a sneak thing, like one of the ones that I've kind of made a few times is here recently was a moonshine peach.
Oh,
but I already have a spiced rum peach, like a rum peach, but it's going to be spiced rum. So it'll kind of have that hint of spice from the rum and then a peach as well.
Like straight up,
like I said,
Sailor Jerry's or Captain Morgan style in there?
Dude, and that's what's pretty crazy because for years, like I drink Sailor Jerry. That's my whiskey or my rum. I drink Sailor Jerry. That's my sip. That's my sip, man. And I love it. And so I saved all of my Sailor Jerry bottles for years. And when you go through a bottle of Sailor Jerry a week for a while, man, you start stacking up the bottles. And so I started making my barbecue sauce, and that's what I put my barbecue sauce in when I gave it to my friends, was the Sailor Jerry bottles. And I kind of sent an email kind of explaining this to Sailor Jerry. And believe it or not, they actually got back with me and said that, they kind of share my story with some of the other people, but I haven't heard after that. But that was what it was. I just took the Sailor bottle and I took a black Sharpie and I wrote spicy pineapple. Okay. OG sauce, mustard. That was it. And then one day it was like, well, we got to come up with a name for it. And then I started naming them. I had the OG forever. And that was what I wanted to put on the bottle was the OG.
Right.
But I didn't think enough people would understand it being, the original. Right. And that's why I didn't call it the original. That's why it's called the original, not the OG. And then the atomic pineapple was born, and then and the southern mustard, just kind of those things. But yeah, man, I mean it's kind of how it goes.
All right, makes sense. Man. That's cool, brother. All right, so I told you let you know when we're at an hour. You still going strong? We're past an hour. You still good to go? Good. All right, cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's
20 more beers in here.
Oh shit! No, we ain't going 20 more beers.
Well, dude, Mad Moose told me. He told me I'm not drinking enough beer. He says when I drink, he drinks. And I said good night.
Nice. I love it. All right, so let's do Uncle Steve's giveaway. I'm gonna let Dutch come up with a question.
Why put me on the spot?
Because you look like you're bored over there, son. I want to give you something to do.
I'm just watching the chat and trying to get down questions. But all right, are we going by? You're on top chat, right?
Top chat.
Well, I'm on live chat.
Well, so you get to call who you call who wins.
All right, Johnny Meg's no longer eligible for all.
Johnny Meg's out of the competition.
Let's see. What before? No, I can't do that because I'm not sure. Jimmy Q put 3. Nice. No. No. It's Johnny. You gotta spell it right, damn it. What is the name of Uncle Steve's last product to come out? His last shake. What is it?
The latest shake from Uncle Steve.
No initials. Spell it out, people.
Ooh. The OG. No, it's not the OG. No. It's not Dale Earnhardt. Sweet and spicier.
That's what I was going to say.
Yep.
I got Keith. What do you got?
I got Keith right ahead of Kris for Beast Win. Kris, you came in second place twice tonight.
Ouch. Sorry, Kris. Chicken fried barbecue put 03. All right, so Keith Bettag, you know how to get a hold of Uncle Steve. We'll tell him. We'll tell him for you, buddy. He'll send you some more rubs. And Keith is typing with just one finger. That's true. I love it. Keith has one hand on his beer and the other one typing sweet and spicy.
I tell you what, there's a lot of races like that.
That sweet and spicier is killer on wings. I'll say that.
I love that shit, dude. All right, so back to the questions. When you're doing your research and development of your barbecue sauces and rubs, he's Uncle Steve's listening. He's got it. All right, so we don't have to mess with it. Uncle Steve's got it under control. All right, with the research and development, you're trying out everything. What pits are you using to do your barbecue back there?
The actual only 2 grills I have right now, I actually have 2 Rectex. That's the only grills I have right now. Also, I have a Blackstone. So yeah, dude, I cook it up on the Blackstone like pretty hardcore sometimes. But yeah, the Rectec, I have a 680. I've had it for a long time.
Right.
And then the Bullseye, and like if you're a Weber kettle fan, dude, the Bullseye is the shit.
All right.
Because it's basically a Weber kettle with a hopper.
Yeah. I've seen those
it's
before.
Great, dude.
I think Bill at Chicken Fried has something really similar to that, if I remember. Yep, he says he's got both of them.
Yeah, like right now, those are the only ones I have. For a long time, dude, I was Hank Hill. My buddy called me Hank Hill all the time, dude, because I'm like propane, dude, propane.
Propane and propane
on that
accessories.
gas grill, dude. Screw charcoal, you know. And I got sick of charcoal at one point, dude, and I just gave it up completely. But I was also like early 20s, dude. So it was Kingsford briquettes, you know, all day. Yeah. And you know, I didn't know there was, you know, what I know now. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it'd be a lot different. But yeah, so I went from the briquette to a propane or electric to a propane smoker. You know, your verticals and stuff like that, those master builds and stuff. And then but I've had my Rectec for I don't know. I think it's like 6 years that I've had my 680.
I'll tell you what, hey, you got tons of Blackstoners in the chat. I have one. Dutch has a couple or 3. Sorry,
yeah, dude.
So
hey, it's great to be
we're
around
all
a bunch
about
of silvers, man. That's just the best thing, dude. Like a Blackstone, like I'm one of those people. Like people say, "Hey, what's the best accessory to get with my new smoker?" I'm like, Blackstone, bro.
Blackstone.
If you got a smoker, you have got to have a Blackstone, dude.
That's awesome.
It's like the rule, dude.
Hey, I'm with you, man. All right, so a couple more people jumped in there. Bauer's Backyard Barbecue, Rick's Barbecue and Specialties, Johnny from View to a Grill. What's up, guys? Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate you just taking your time out this evening, just like everybody else. Every Thursday night, you guys can hang out with us, and we can obviously do it without you, so we appreciate you. All right, so next question. Talking about grills, money no object. What would you buy?
Dude, I mean, I hear this question every single time that I listen to the hot seat, dude. Because I listened to a bunch, and I listened to a bunch here recently, and it's like I know this question is coming, but I already had my answer the first time I heard it. dude, without a doubt, the Johnsonville brat truck. Like, dude, just rolling. I have a commercial driver's license.
Oh, I love it.
The hazmat, dude. I'll drive that thing wherever the hell you want, dude. I mean, if money's no object, dude, I'm driving that bitch around, dude, all day. It's the Johnsonville awesome. Brat truck, dude. I will set up shop on the side of I-20, I-10, wherever, dude. It just starts slinging brats, dude, all day.
That is probably the best answer for that question we've got.
Ever.
Awesome.
Hands down.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually one bigger, dude. I can't remember what it's like. A Tex, like he has the Guinness Book of World Records, and like the dude that drives it actually has this permit for it, and it takes 8 dudes to run this thing.
Oh, crap!
Like 8 dudes full time, man, in the coals, dude, like all day running this thing. It's giant.
It's like pulled by a big old diesel too, and all that.
Yeah. It's it's a semi rig. Yeah, dude. Just like what the Johnsonville broad truck is, but it's bigger than the Johnsonville broad truck. But yeah, dude, I mean, like every time I see that Johnsonville commercial and they're driving down the road and they left the smoker lit, dude, and everybody's following them, I'm like, yeah, that would be me. Just driving to a place, man.
I think the one you were talking about, TD, was a tanker, a converted tanker, wasn't it? That opens up.
Hold on, let me see. No, dude, but that one is badass, like an oil tanker or like a gasoline truck. And the guy opens it up and it's like all uncovered. Yeah, that thing is pretty badass.
All right, cool. All right, so YouTube question, blah, blah, blah. All right. Kent, you got a couple more over there you could ask?
Yeah, I was just going to say before you started that, I was going to say, my turn.
Just jump in, man. The questions from the chat are great tonight. Not that they're not great every night, but
we got some top of the line questions tonight, and I think we might have 1 or 2 more coming. Other than I got to mix in a couple of pickles, of course. But
of course,
all right, pickles barbecue. Speak of the devil. Earlier, TD, you were talking about your tats. He was wanting the meaning of all your tats, but I don't think we have till this time tomorrow night. So any tats you have, super special, and what they mean to you?
To be honest, dude, none of my tats mean jack shit except one. They're just tattoos, man. Like this arm is all biomechanical steampunk kind of thing. I'm a huge alien nut, man. I love the true crime. I love the aliens, the cults, all that kind of crap, dude. I mean, that's the stuff that I listen to when I'm driving. And over here, this is all steampunk, so it's not anything. Well, I said 1, but actually 2, We the People, man. That's a huge constitutional thing. Hold on, let's see here. This one right here, it's kind of hard to see if I can figure out how to do it. This is actually my family crest, which no one in my family knew about until I got it tattooed. I actually found it, kind of one of those things like back, like old school, like Scottish, I can't even remember. But it was a symbol, and I had my tattoo artist convert it over to like something American traditional. So realistically, besides the We the People tat, that's the one right there, man. That's the only other one I have that has any meaning to it really at all. Some of the work on my back, like I got one that means angel and one that means devil, like in a Brazilian tribal symbol, because tribal was badass back 20 years ago. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it shows, man. It shows like that, dude. I can almost tell how old you guys are by your tribal tats. That's just how it goes. I mean, in the early 2000s, everyone was.
What are you talking about? I just got this last week, dude. Come on.
This one is
the ones on my back. Yeah, the one means angel, the one means devil. Like the cartoons, man. The angel and the devil on each shoulder.
Yeah,
you torn. That's kind of where that goes. But other than that, man, really the only one that has meaning to me is that. That's just my Dunlap family crest. When my let's see here, I thought about getting a brand, like a cattle brand, for my granddad, but to be honest, that was the last thing in the world my granddad would ever want. It was for me to get a tattoo. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do that.
And just for the record, mine's from 1998.
Yeah, right. It's early 2000s. Yeah, same thing.
I think that's about the first time I started. It was like a 2x3, and then just subsequently grew around my arm and up on my shoulder. What a mess.
That's actually, dude, to be honest, like the one on this arm right here, that's actually what this is. Like up here at the top, that's actually a tribal tattoo that I had converted and covered up, dude, into the steampunk thing.
Nice. All right, you ready for about 6 more questions?
Yeah, dude, you got them.
You got 5 or 6 more beers, don't you?
Oh, I got like another 10, dude.
Okay, then we're good to go. Grumpus on Fire wants to know: are any of your products available in stores in Texas?
I do have one store in Texas. It's called Squeak's Convenience Store. They are, I think, south of San Antonio on your way to Austin, I think it is. They're on that road, super busy road. And apparently they're like one of the best places in the United States to buy lottery tickets from. Like, apparently they have sold more like $100,000 winners than anyone else in the United States. And they stock all the big guys too. You know, they stock the Chupacabra, they stock the Meat Church, they stock all these other guys. So, I mean, this lady hit me up one day and she's like, hey, I'd like to stock it. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, and we started talking about stuff and they stock it, and they do sell quite a bit. So, which is pretty good. So I'm constantly shipping over there. So if you're anywhere close to that area, that would be the place to go to get it. Not only do they have mine, they have, you know, a lot of other products. I mean, there's this one, like a beer salt company they have there. They have 30 different kinds of beer salt. And I'm like,
nice.
What? You totally missed the mark, man. You totally missed the mark on this. 30 different kinds of, like, a spicy watermelon beer salt. Like, what? Yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy.
Wow. That's nuts. That many different flavors.
I would kill that. I'd have 30 different beer salts right now.
Oh, hell yeah. Because you don't want to drink the same thing every day of the month. Hello.
Yeah, right, I do. But I mean, if I could be like, every drink, be like, oh, here's a spicy watermelon. Here's a spicy mango. Here's a bacon chili. You know, who knows? Dude, there's like 30 different kinds.
Exactly. All right. Julie Gilpin wants to know, what is the favorite thing about what you do with your rubs and your sauces?
Eating it. Like, to be honest, eating it, man. You know, and to do. I mean, if any of you, I mean, I don't have a ton of YouTube subscribers yet. But like I said, it was more started for that. But if you look at the stuff that I do, man, I mean, dude, if you saw the alien eggs, you know, of course, Roswell, like 90 miles from me, the alien eggs, man, it's basically what most people are calling the Texas Twinkie, but with the Hatch green chili, because that's what we do here in New Mexico. We do the Hatch green chili. And so, I mean, I stuff it with pulled pork, cream cheese, wrap it in bacon, and I smoke them for a while, hit them with some barbecue sauce. Just, that's the best thing that I love about doing this, is being able to do something different and show everybody what I did with my stuff. So, I mean, if I can come up with something this complex that's completely different, then you should be able to whoop up tonight's dinner, you know, with something in 30 minutes. And that's another thing that I do. Like, that's the part that I like, is experimenting with different stuff, man. I mean, I got a habanero honey mango cobbler that I'm like trying to get time to actually do, where I do a mango cobbler, but with habanero honey mango seasoning in it. I don't know. Is it going to be good? I don't know. It probably will, but I'll try it out. I'll even put ice cream on it, dude. You have spicy ice cream.
There you go. Spicy ice cream.
That's the best part, man. Having fun, dude. Having fun. That's the thing, dude.
I agree.
It's a great creative outlet. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and you know what, dude? And I mean, for years, all I ever heard is that, you know, if you have a job where you have fun, dude, you'll never work a day in your life. And okay, that's fine, but I still have to work every day. And you know what? I still love promoting the barbecue sauce. Like, that's what I like, man. Like I said, my goal is I just want everyone to try it.
That's cool.
All right. I'm trying to find that video of yours, but I can't find it on my phone. So y'all go.
What, the alien eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, my videos are pretty crappy because most of them were like vertical on my cell phone, like my kid is doing. But, you know, it's just a video just for me to show the recipe. Like, that's basically it. And,
yeah,
you know, every time I get a new subscriber, it's almost like a birthday to me. Like, yay!
Well,
like,
you know what?
I got like 25.
I just saw in the chat that Johnny Mag's barbecue just subscribed, and I'm pretty sure you might get 2 out of Mags if he gets on with Pit Life and subscribe.
The Pit Life barbecue one.
There you go, dude.
So there you go.
And dude, I just have fun doing this, man. And I had a podcast that called me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, we know some of the people that you're friends with, and we're actually doing a podcast about New Mexico. Like, would you mind coming on and co-hosting? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
That's
and the guy's cool, like, man. Well, I'll buy some of your barbecue sauce, and you can promote it. And I'm like, well, dude, you asked me to come on to talk about New Mexico. You know, so I mean, yeah, I was on there. Yeah, we plugged the barbecue sauce in the company, but most of the time, dude, I was just turning everything into talking about New Mexico, dude. And I'm like, yeah, I'll give you the creepy stuff, man. I know the serial killers for New Mexico and all that stuff, dude. I know all that stuff, dude. Nobody wants to talk to me about it, but I'll talk to you about it all day. Like, I will.
All right. Dan from SmokeyGoodness said he just subbed also. So there you go.
Yeah,
you're climbing
tonight.
You're climbing by leaps and bounds. So
yeah, dude, I've been getting notifications. So thank each and every one of you guys. I appreciate that, man. And as soon as the Sanctuary of Satisfaction is done, then yeah, we're gonna have a lot of. I'm gonna have a lot of video content coming out. Sometimes it's really hard in the kitchen in my house, you know, with 3 daughters. And of course, I promote the cooking. You know, my wife is like, they didn't clean up the kitchen. She's like, it's a mess. And I'm like, dude, let them cook. Like, let them cook. Like, you know, we have to get on to them to clean up, but let them cook, man. Because if they didn't cook, man, you know, then what are they going to do in 10 years, you know?
Right.
Exactly.
Got to get the kids in the kitchen for sure, or out on the pits.
Yeah, right. And, you know, I mean, my kids on the pits, it's kind of one of those things they haven't really, like, ventured to. But, dude, I got one, like, my middle one. She, like, looks up recipes, and she makes everything from scratch. So, like, cupcakes.
That's awesome.
Like, she even almost every day makes pancakes or waffles, like, by scratch.
That's
and I'm talking like straight up scratch. It's just the flour. It's no Bisquick, dude. She makes it. She made my two younger ones made cupcakes one day, and I'm a huge funfetti nut because I think there's only one cupcake, and that's the funfetti with funfetti icing. And they made these cupcakes, and I swear, dude, Martha Stewart would be envious because these things didn't even stick to the wrapper.
Oh wow!
And were golden all the way around. And, dude, they were great, dude. And she made banana bread, and I actually took the tin that she made the banana bread, and I went like this. I'm like, here, check it out. And I turned it upside down, and I pulled the banana bread out. Like, it didn't even stick.
That's so
like,
cool.
I'm like, dude, let them. You know, I mean, they got to clean up. We'll get on to them and make them clean up. But, man, they're, like, that's the one thing that I promote, dude, is the major creativity in the kitchen, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now, TD, the chat is going nuts with people saying they just subscribed.
Oh, dude, that's great, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do, man. I appreciate anything, dude. I'm one of those people, like, I'm not expecting anything from a lot of stuff. It's just, I was always taught, dude, you work hard, man, you're going to get rewarded. And that's what I try to do is I try to work hard in everything.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and it'll come when the time's right. You know.
Right.
Even if your timing sucks.
Right. Every day, dude. I wish I would have done this 10 years ago. And you know, I mean, I've been making the barbecue sauces and stuff for 15 years. And I'm like, man, I should have done this 10 years ago. And it's one of those things like, well, now's the time.
Definitely. Well, you never know. Like you said, your timing sucks. 15 years ago, a year ago, whatever worked.
Right.
All right, I got about 4 or 5 more. So
I got a lot more beer too.
Okay. Pickles BBQ wants to know, what is the most interesting spice you've ever tried using in a rub or in a sauce?
In a rub or in a sauce, the most interesting?
You have to understand, Pickles is kind of out there. He should be in Roswell, but they relocated him to Colorado because he's that goofy.
I'm a huge pickle fanatic, dude. I love pickles, so yeah, pickles barbecue, we're good. Man, the most interesting spice. That's tough, dude, because I haven't really ventured into anything that I didn't know of beforehand. Like, I didn't see something on the shelf like, oh, I've never heard of that before, and I'll make it. But I'd probably have to say it would have to be something along the lines of like trying to make like a marsala type barbecue sauce or something like that, because with the turmeric and that kind of stuff in there, because if you add too much, you're gonna know. If you don't add enough, you don't even know it's there. I mean, there is a fine line with those Indian type spices that you have to hit, and if you don't hit it, then you totally miss the mark.
I agree. Some of them spices, like you said, a little bit, you don't taste it too much, and it's just totally overpowering.
Yeah, man. I mean, what is it, like the Three Bears? You got to be just right, man.
Exactly. All right. Terry from Madwood BBQ, fellow Iowan, wants to know, do you sell online, like through Amazon or anything like that?
No, my only online store is my website. I tried to do the Amazon thing, and for some reason there's something wrong somewhere in my account, and with Amazon, you can't exactly send an email or even call somebody and even wait online for 12 hours. Like on the hook for 12 hours to get your question answered. You can't. Like, they just refer you to like a forum, and like, here, look at these forums. Well, you know how forums go, man. You may get 100 different answers and none of them are right. Yeah, that's the hard. Like, I've been trying since like October. Something is wrong somewhere, and I cannot figure it out. And I started getting so busy at one point that I almost forgot about trying to put it on there, but I eventually I will. Hopefully that's one of those things that's on my list to do, like before Christmas.
Okay. There you go. So Terry, go to his online store, get it there, or
my wife is from the Quad Cities.
Oh, really?
She's from the Quad Cities in Iowa, yeah.
We're on the other side of the state. Terry and I are both on the west side.
Oh, okay.
I'm in northwest Iowa, up by north of Sioux City, and I'm 20 miles from Nebraska, South Dakota, and 40 from Minnesota.
So you live down there, dude, and you're a Packer fan, dude. Like that.
Yeah.
That's like St. Louis. That's Cards territory.
It's all this color around here. It's and you know why the Vikings. You know why the Vikings
is a Cubs fan, dude. She's from the Quad Cities. She's actually from Bluegrass. Like, she actually grew up in Bluegrass.
You know why the Vikings are purple?
They're in the black and blue division.
No, because you would be too if you choked for the last 50 years trying to play football.
Oh, I see.
So,
damn, that's hardcore, dude.
All right, next question. Jim EQ wants to know the cherry chipotle. Is that ever going to come out in a dry rub or just a sauce?
Yeah, that's just a sauce. That's one of those things that it's always been a sauce. But that is a pretty good idea. Like, I kind of dig that. Yeah, now you planted the seed. So it could be one of those things that, like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll try the dry rub or something like that. I do have a bunch of other dry rubs and stuff that I've kind of worked on in the past. Like I said, for so long, I didn't write anything down. So then, like, all of a sudden, it was like one day I'm like, I need to start making this and start documenting how much of everything I put in there. But the cherry chipotle, yeah, the cherry chipotle is a sauce. And, like, the atomic pineapple may be the best-selling sauce right now, but it's also been out for almost 15 months, and then the cherry chipotle just got launched in the end of February, and dude, it is coming on strong.
Awesome.
It's the atomic pineapple is I call it the Floyd Mayweather. Like, sometimes when I do my demos, I'm like, yeah, it's like the Floyd Mayweather, or it's like the white girl sauce. It's got a lot of sweet, just enough heat, but the Floyd Mayweather sauce is going to put you in the ring and make you go 12 rounds before it beats you. And then, so the cherry chipotle is basically going to be something like that. So this is like the contender right now that is coming up. All my stores right now, it's either they are out of the atomic pineapple, or they're selling the shit out of the atomic pineapple, or they're selling the shit out of the cherry chipotle. And it goes by week. It's just back and forth, back and forth. So if anything is giving it a run for its, the atomic pineapple a run for its money, it's the cherry chipotle. And it actually got 9th in the Old Boney last weekend, 9th overall. And then the OG sauce got 10th. But that's where the Southern Mustard took 2nd overall. So there was 2 companies in the top 10. And that was it. One dude had like 7 different sauces, and I had 3 in the top 10.
Nice. That's
good stuff right there, man.
all right. Next question comes from Laura at Cypress Blue. She wants to know, do or will you ship to Canada?
Last time I checked, it was, I would totally ship to Canada. It's just if you want to help pay the shipping, that's the only issue. Because like last time I checked, man, like my 6-pack, which is which actually comes in a 6-pack. There's 3
nice.
sauces and three seasonings in this 6-pack. It actually comes just like this. My 6-pack, it's like $45 online, and to ship it to Canada was $52.
I was going to say it's got to be about
So I'm like,
right.
Can't exactly give that one away, but if you, we could probably figure something out. I got Venmo, whatever, but yeah.
Well, you know what, Laura?
I was wondering why you didn't have that hat on, but I wasn't going to.
I honestly, I was looking at your thing and I totally forgot. So there we go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man.
Now we're ready.
Show off those TDs on your head, man. That's how it is, dude. You got to show off those TDs on your head, dude.
I love it.
He had plenty of TDs on his head in the day, let me tell you.
Me?
Yeah,
no,
right,
no, man.
right.
I'm pure as the driven snow. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't even know. Well, I guess you do. You saw snow in Colorado last year.
Hey, let me jump in there real quick. A couple more people jumped in. Chef Johnny, royalties in the chat. What's up, Chef? How you doing? Justin from Harmon Heat. Little Fish in the Kitchen's in there. The Rich Flavor is a new to our chat, so thank you. Jason Bushibato, what up, brother? Tom's Food Factory, how you guys doing? And Keith Bettag says we have 52 watching, so make sure we have at least 52 thumbs up. And Dutch, go ahead and take the questions back over, bud.
Well, damn, you only have 17 thumbs down. You're on a roll today.
Hell yeah. That's all
right.
Yeah.
I dig it, baby.
Because that's the people that don't like TDs in their face.
They don't like TDs in their face.
This is very possible. All right, one final question. This comes from Brother Bill or Sir William of Purvis.
Sir William.
Any issues with co-packers messing or jacking up your recipes that you found, or are they pretty straightforward?
Well, I've had 3 in a year, a little over a year. My first one, they're pretty small, and I went with them because of the batch minimum. You know, it was a very small batch, so my initial part was pretty low. You know, where I would have to buy, you know, it was like 10 cases or something like that, and so they didn't jack up the recipe. If anything, they showed me things that, excuse me, I didn't know I needed to have. So like adding like soy oil or something like that to your shake, kind of keeps everything clinging together instead of letting it separate. And you know, that's something that we figured out with this and figured out with that. But as I ran into unexpected volume here, and I kept running out of product, I kind of had to start moving to somebody that could handle it. And you know, I mean, the company that I started with was a very small business. They're in a small town, probably about the size of what I do. And realistically, man, their main bread and butter in that town packed, ship, and left. So all these people were just there. So they took care of it. But as far as jacking up the recipe, no way, man. So my sauces, my first batch of sauces, I picked up on March 15th of 2019. May 5th of 2019, my Southern mustard took second in the American Royal as far as the barbecue sauce in the mustard sauce. So if you want to talk like, as far as messing up your recipe, absolutely not, because they will make it and they will send it to you. You are the one that just determines what it needs and what it doesn't need. And so that's what's pretty cool, because I had no idea. And I mean, it's just one of those weird things that, like, I had no idea how it worked. So I'm asking them questions and they're like, oh no, like, don't worry about it. Like, if we change anything, we will send you a sample for you to try. And if you don't like that, or you like, same with the Carne Sutra, originally they made it and sent it to me and it was way too salty. It was just way too salty. I'm like, here, look, cut the salt in half, add more butter, use a crushed garlic, add this and add that, or change this, a little bit more of that, and then boom, they nailed it. I mean, it's seriously like that. Like, you approve your recipes. That's how it goes. If you're like, I haven't had a co-packer have a problem with it. The 3 chili cilantro, my new co-packer, they were busting their humps, man. They nailed almost everything on the first try. I mean, I think I had 1 or 2 seasonings that I had to tweak just a tiny bit with my new co-packer, but the 3 chili cilantro, they were having a huge problem with that because of the hatch. There is only so many places that they can get the hatch chili from. And yeah, of course, if you use one flavor of ketchup versus another flavor of ketchup, they're still ketchup, but they're going to taste different. And that's kind of where we were at was, they're getting hatch chili from a different company and it tastes different. You know, and it wasn't the fact that I was nitpicking it. It was the fact that this product was already out and selling. It had to be the same.
Right.
So, and I mean, as far as messing them up, no way. I mean, then, you know, this American Royal, or not the American Royal. My first company, they hit the American Royal and the Scobies, and the Southern Mustard was second in both of them. And which is great. Then my new co-packer, I was the one that sent it to the Old Boney in California, which is your hood, but I think it's like up northern part. I think it's like up Sacramento area, okay. Where the Old Boney is. And then it took second overall. So, I mean, you want to talk about consistency, man, that's really going to be how you determine that. And that's one thing that when I told them, I said, hey, look, man, I'm like, I took second overall, and I've had previously two other second places with a different co-packer. So they were pretty stoked to be like, yeah, man, I mean, if you can't hit it that close on the mark, man, that's pretty close.
Definitely. Definitely. And when you talk the Royal, now you're up in my neck of the woods. That's just straight south of me, about 5 hours. So
right, man. I tried to reserve a booth for the Royal this year. For the American Royal, I wanted to be up there slinging sauce. I mean, that's what I was going to do. I mean, you want to get into dig your claws deep into the barbecue world, dude. The American Royal is where it's at. I mean, because anyone is at the American Royal. And if you get up
to the Royal, let me know. I'll come down.
For sure.
I'll be your dog, whatever you want.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, the only issue I had with having a booth this year at the American Royal, my best friend since before kindergarten is getting married that weekend. And so I got to be up there. The dude was best man at my wedding. Got to be up there for him, dude.
If he was that good a friend, he'd pick a different weekend. I'm just saying.
I know. Well, dude, he did. He did. He actually did. It was actually supposed to be in May, but
delayed. Understood.
He lived in March. So yeah, he was in May, but it got moved to that weekend.
All right, let me jump in right quick. We always shot to. Why are you putting your hands up like that?
I already did mine for Billy.
Billy,
why didn't you call it out?
Yeah.
He didn't want to interrupt you. Hey, Steven, the coupon code to TV site is CJ 2020, not CJ code 2020. Okay, so CJ 2020.
It stands for COVID Junior 2020.
Yeah, probably right.
All right. By the way, I'm caught up on questions. So.
All right, cool. We got a couple more people in the chat. Jeff LaFoe's in there. Barton Barbecue, what's up? Zach from Mad Moose Barbecue says TD is my hero. So now you know.
Dude, so that's one thing I got to say about that guy, dude. Like, Mad Moose and I had never met.
Right.
And we text almost on a daily basis.
Yeah, me and Dutch never met personally either.
Yeah. Nope. And you know what? Mad Moose and I were the new guys on the block, dude, a year ago. And we've been going strong together since. Like, we talk with each other like, hey, this is what's working for me. This is what's not working for me. And we're doing it, man. And the two of us are doing it. You know, he does his thing, I do my thing. But yeah, man, I mean, we help each other out daily.
That's awesome, man. I mean, it's what it's all about, dude. Making each other stronger, making each other better. All right, so
I lied.
What?
One more.
Go ahead and ask it real quick. It's fine.
All right. Well, I know it's fine. I said it was. Do it right.
No, I'm throwing it at you. I'm not flipping it. I'm throwing it at you.
Well, whatever. You know, you could have tried whipping my ass in about 6 weeks, but now that Vegas is closed again. Damn it.
Fucking Vegas.
Are you a pin flipper?
He's the pin flipper. I'm
a pin flipper, dude.
No, I flipped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When
I got like a nervous tick with it.
All right. Barton Barbecue wants to know, do you track territories at where you purchase your products? If so, where's your biggest market?
One more time.
Do you track now? TD, you're making me work here, man. It's not right.
Sorry, put in the time.
Do you track the territories that purchase your product? If so, where's your biggest market?
Dude, it's actually pretty crazy. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Idaho. In that order. So yeah, man, I keep pretty close tabs.
Idaho, you the pimp?
I keep pretty close tabs on all my states.
Very cool, man.
Nice.
When you getting into California?
Recently, North Carolina has been moving up the charts. I think all those guys in North Carolina, New York, Connecticut area, like they're coming out of their hibernation finally. I don't know. But yeah, man, they like for the past month, dude, they've been hammering me.
When are you coming to California?
Dude, whenever. Shoot, man, I would love to, man. I have buddies. I have a friend that lives up like Oceanside area. Your
Right
friend
on.
lives up in that area. You're like San Diego area, right?
No, I'm about 2 hours north of San Diego.
Okay, so you're in between San Diego and LA, right?
Yeah, in a roundabout sort of way. I'm east of LA, north of San Diego.
Okay, so I have a friend that lives in Oceanside,
Right on.
like that
I know where
area.
that is. Yeah.
And then I have a friend that lives in Huntington Beach.
So
like you're like right in the middle of those two guys, kind of, right?
No, I'm east of both of them. East and north.
So you're still east of them. But
yeah, I'm in what's called the Inland Empire. So I'm on the same level as Los Angeles over here, east of it, right there. So we're north of Orange County, north of San Diego. Okay. But it's all within a couple hours, no matter what.
Right. So like, are you anywhere close to like the 10 coming from Arizona?
Yeah, the 10 and 15 is close to where I live. The 10 and 15. Okay. The 15 goes to Vegas, all that. So yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. So you're like right there. So yeah, if I cruise over there, yeah, dude, I'd be coming from Arizona. I'd pick up my boys in Arizona, dude. We'd come that way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, my boy Aaron up in Phoenix. I lived in Phoenix for 12 years. I worked for Toyota for 12 years in Phoenix. But yeah, dude, I ship my buddy barbecue sauce and stuff, and he sells it to like all his coworkers and shit, and then pays me on Venmo.
That's so cool,
he considers him. He says he's my first employee, so that's what we call him, my first employee. But dude, to have a buddy, dude, that's willing to just like, hey man, and just sling sauce all day.
Hey,
and I mean, this dude, we went camping out here in New Mexico, and I took 10 cases to this guy. I took 10 cases to this guy. And then within a week, he sold it all. 10 cases of 12, man. And then he sold everything, dude. So, I mean, to have a friend that can do that, man, that's great.
That's amazing. It's getting the word out for sure. All right, kid, you done now?
Nope.
Fucking A.
Billy slipped one in under the wire from Strawn's Adventure. TD, what is your favorite cut of meat to cook?
Oh, that's easy, dude. That's a flank steak, man. I'm a huge tri-tip guy, but dude, you give me a flank steak and I'm making tacos, bro, all day.
Sounds good to me, man.
Like flank steak and sausage in my fridge like almost all the time because when my wife and my kids are like, oh, I don't know what to eat or whatever, dude, I'll throw a piece of flank steak on the grill, dude, with the carne sutra. And I'll make tacos, ghost pepper, hot sauce, Carolina Reaper, whatever, dude. I like it spicy. I'll have 7 tacos lined up, dude, with 7 different hot sauces on them, cilantro and onions. It's on, dude.
Dude, I'm getting hungry, man, just thinking about it.
Yeah, shit.
And then, you throw up the tri-tip, man. Like, my carne sutra, I perfected on tri-tip. And down here in Southeast New Mexico, dude, tri-tip, $7.99, $8.99 a pound.
Well, I live where tri-tip is most abundant, dude. So that's all we cook out here. So I'll definitely be using it.
My buddy in Arizona, dude, he uses tri-tip when it's on sale and makes beef sticks. And I'm like, bitch, that's $7.99 a pound. Like, don't you be flushing that shit up?
That's too bad because that's $4.99 a pound in Iowa.
Oh, everything's cheaper in Iowa. Everything is cheaper in Iowa.
Right, dude. Like, dude, you got your Midwest meats over there, man. Like, that's a good thing. Right
$2.99 a pound right now on sale. Prime brisket.
Yeah. So, hey, do you guys have like a Harris Pizza or like Happy Joe's Pizza? Like
Happy Joe's used to be around back in the day, years upon years ago when I was a kid. They haven't been around for 40 years. Happy Joe's.
So when my wife and I first started dating, and like then we had our kids before we got married, and then we went to Iowa. She was like, "You're gonna love this place called Happy Joe's. They have a taco pizza, and it's great." Yeah. And I'm like, "Really, dude? Where I'm from, when I was growing up, Pizza Hut had a taco pizza." Like where I'm growing up, man, they had a taco pizza, and it was probably their best-selling pizza in this area. They used the beans instead of marinara, and we go there, and she's like, "You're gonna love their hot sauce. You're gonna love it." And so I put this packet of hot sauce on my slice of pizza that's got crushed Doritos, like taco Doritos, lettuce, and tomato.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever had a taco pizza, dude. It's beans instead of marinara, ground hamburger meat, seasoned with taco seasoning. And then you put the cheese and then lettuce, tomato, and stuff on top. And it's literally a taco, but on a pizza bread. And she's like, you're going to love this hot sauce. So I put this hot sauce on there, and I take a bite, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is Allsup's hot sauce. Where I'm from, in southeast New Mexico, West Texas, Oklahoma area, we have convenience stores called Allsup's. Mm-hmm. And they have this super vinegar-based hot sauce. And it's a one-of-a-kind thing. And when you get the chimneys, like you're drunk, whatever, dude, Allsup's is the place, dude. Because you're going to pick up a burrito for $1.99 right now. Back in the day, it was like $1.29. But, yeah, you put that hot sauce all over it. This is the hot sauce they had at this place in Iowa. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Like, I eat this hot sauce on a daily basis for 19 years.
Yeah, Happy Joe's, unfortunately, is no more.
No. They put some in Arizona, and they closed down after like 2-3 years.
Yeah. The chain folded, so. All right, TD, hey, that's all the questions I got for you. Other than Smoking Joe, your neighbor in El Paso, 5 hours away, wants to know if you can do another giveaway. Joe, you missed him. You were gone. Sorry.
If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I don't do a lot of giveaways, but when something does happen, I do a giveaway. And usually my giveaway involves inviting all your friends to my page. Seriously, dude, I did that. I did a giveaway for the Father's Day gift set. Like, I had the Swiss Army knife, like, type of barbecue tool. It's pretty badass. I even bought one for myself, but I had to sell it because someone else wanted it, so I sold it. But I had enough to give my dad one. Dude, you can pull the tongs, you can pull the spatula out, you can pull the the meat fork out. You can put them together and it makes tongs. It's pretty badass. It's like a Swiss Army knife. And I did one of those, and I'm like, hey, the only thing is that you just invite people on my page. Like, go to your friends list, invite everyone to my page. Dude, I got like 1,000 people in like a day. Like 1,000 likes on my Facebook page in like a day. So yeah, I mean, I don't do a ton of giveaways, but I do. It's just I don't really have a lot to give away.
Well, it's all right. I got your stuff. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right.
Nick.
All right. So we're coming up on 2 hours. I want to start wrapping this up, but I want to ask a couple of rapid fire questions for you. Zombie apocalypse happens. What are you grabbing first from your kitchen, and where are you going to go hide?
First off, zombie apocalypse happens.
Or how about this? Alien invasion, since you're by Area 51.
Yeah, dude. Now you speak about dude, I'm not grabbing shit from my kitchen if there's an alien invasion. I'm standing out in my front yard naked going, take me, take me. Yeah, I'm that
guy. Wow.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, no, I don't care, dude. Show me. No, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, dude, I got to grab the spatulas for the Blackstone, dude. That's where it's at.
Yep. All right, cool. I'm not going to say if Hollywood are going to make a movie about you because everybody's going to fucking throw Jesse James in there. So that's not even important.
Dude, is Sandra Bullock my co-star?
There's one other guy he reminds me of, and I watched him on your favorite sport, CJ, last night.
What is my favorite sport?
He looks a lot like Clint Boyer from NASCAR also.
Oh, dude. Oh, Boyer rules, man. Dude, when we used to go to 3 NASCAR races a year. And we had this thing called the Boyer rules because Clint Boyer drove for Jack Daniels. Remember Happy Gilmore? Oh, do the rules. So when someone yelled, oh, Boyer rules, we had to pull the Jack Daniels bottle out of the cooler and take pulls off of it, like all 10 of us, 12 of us. And we would go to 3 NASCAR races a year and do this shit.
Yep, the 07 black Jack Daniels car. I have the 24 scale. I have the 24 scale car in my basement.
Nice. I'm a Jimmy Johnson fan. I've been a Jimmy Johnson fan since he was a rookie.
I go old school. I go the old number 3.
Right on.
All right, cool. Next one. What would your last meal be on Earth?
Oh, my last meal on Earth? Damn,
Yeah.
dude. I knew you were gonna ask this question. I didn't even think about it. Dude, my last meal, dude, the carne sutra flank steak tacos, dude. You bust out at least a dozen different hot sauces. I'm on, dude.
Yeah.
Like I got this one called a 7-pot Primo face fucker. And it's hot, dude. It's made with 7-pot Primos. It's way hot, dude. I mean, it is super demonic. Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm putting it on there, dude.
Right on. I dig it. All right, so we got a couple more people in there. I didn't know they were watching, but Kitchen Queers is in there. What's up, Mitch and Phillip? And then Mike Montoya all the way from 29 Palms. What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy? All right. Who would be on your personal Mount Rushmore? 4 people you love and admire.
On my personal Mount Rushmore, dude. Dude, it's gonna sound super sappy, dude, but my wife.
That's what you're supposed to put. That's the first one you're supposed to say.
No, dude, my wife, dude. My wife fucking rules, man. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, dude. My wife and my kids, like, no shit.
Yeah.
But like, we go into it, man. My wife, my pops, my mom,
Right.
And then I would probably have to say, for the last one, that's 4, right?
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So my wife, my kids, my mom, my dad. But dude, the last one, dude, is gonna be like a super toss up.
Well, Zach said Fred Durst should be on there for you.
Yeah, I know, dude. What a dick. Zach is a dick, dude. Just like me, dude. I'm a nice guy, dude, but I'm really a fucking asshole. So yeah, dude. Fucking Zach. Yeah, dude. My last one, dude, would just kind of have to be a toss up. Man, I got some people. I haven't really had anybody that really influenced my life a lot more than what those people have. But
right on.
I mean,
hey, Mike Montoya said the 48.
I'd actually probably throw my dog up there, dude.
That a boy. Throw your boy up there. We all have our little smoking buddies. It's all good.
Dude. We have 3 Dobermans, man.
Oh,
and
shit.
My male, dude, the Diesel. Dude, he pretty much goes with me everywhere, dude. Yeah, I mean, he spends almost 23 and a half hours a day with me, dude.
That's awesome.
It doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees, dude. He doesn't give a shit. He's getting in the truck as long as he's eating breakfast.
Of course.
He's getting in the truck, you know, and I got a camper shell on my truck, dude, and he hangs out back there. He's got a bed, dude. He doesn't give a shit. He goes to my office with me. He chills outside. He doesn't run off, whatever.
Right.
The asshole did get sprayed by a freaking skunk yesterday. I was pretty pissed, dude. Like, he got sprayed. Like, dude, he's been sprayed like 3 times in the past like year, and like they're always in the mouth. Like, he catches them, and they spray him in the mouth. So he comes around the corner just like puking shit up, dude. So bad, man.
That is not good.
I hate you so much, dude. I hate you so much.
Oh, dude. All right. Thanks for sharing that one. All right, so that wraps up our questions today. Dutch, you want to say anything on the way out, bud?
Hey, TD, great job, brother. Appreciated your answers. Informative and funny, especially that last one. You think just once the dog would learn, you know, don't play with the black and white striped kitty cat. So
Dude. Yeah. The first time, dude, I was standing outside my shop and I was like half lit. And he starts chasing this rabbit. It's like 11:30 at night. He starts chasing this rabbit. And I'm like, yeah, get him, man, get him. Like, woo. And all of a sudden they ran right in front of me, like 2 feet in front of me. I'm like, no, 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 no. I couldn't stop him quick enough, dude. He already got his ass.
All right, brother. All right. You got anything to say on the way out, man? TV.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, I'm just a normal dude, man. Happens to be good at making barbecue sauce, dude. Kind of like a mad scientist thing, dude. I come up with something different and like, dude, I'm actually living something that I didn't know I had 10 years ago.
Right on.
You know, that's kind of the part that's pretty crazy is just that people are like, yeah, follow your dreams. I'm like, dude, I didn't even know I had this 10, 15 years ago. And here I am.
That's great, brother.
So, but yeah, man, I mean, my slogan is, it's not just life-changing, it's also lunch-changing. Because, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, stuff is excellent. You know, it's all good, brother, for sure. All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on, TD. I appreciate it. Thank you for sending me your stuff. Dope hat. Sorry I forgot about it. But I remember when I was looking at you, I was like, oh, shit, there's something I'm missing. But thank you. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys for being here. It doesn't go unnoticed. We love you guys. Thank you for the super shots that were thrown in there. Kent, you did a wonderful job as always. TD, you're great. It was awesome meeting you and talking to you. Next week's guest is Darren from Ash Kickin' Barbecue. Darren's a conf guy. It's going to be nice and good time talking to him. He's a fellow Pit Boss Grills ambassador, so it'll be fun to chat with him. So until next week, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Stay out of trouble. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Don't talk to strippers. Take a shot. All that good stuff. We love you guys. Take care.